Welcome back to Bitesize Fiber, the podcast where we break down the toughest challenges in telecom and fiber, one bite at a time. I'm your host, Ellie Puls, and in this episode of our Network Construction Management series, we're talking about one of the biggest moving targets in any network build, materials. I'm joined again by Greg Ross and Stefan Schneider, and we're digging into how to plan, track, and adapt to material usage without holding up construction. From ordering based on high-level design to managing change orders and getting approvals in real time, this conversation is all about avoiding delays and keeping your build on track. Let's get started. What's the process of tracking materials, progress, any kind of changes, and how does that affect the timelines and budgets?
There's a feature that's in IQGeo. Obviously, you can print out a BOM, a bill of materials. So the project that I was on, which was a very large project, we were able to actually order the materials based on the high level design. So we would take Network Manager, we would run an automated scenario of a particular wire center, and that would enable us to have a high level design. Well, the build that I was on particularly, they had a certain time frame in order to get the job done. They were under the gun by their investors, as everybody that wants to deploy nowadays seems to want to do it really fast. So we found out that we were able to order the material at the high level design point. And then we would conduct walkouts to verify all the structures in the field. And then we were able to complete the low level design off of that. Meanwhile, while we were doing the walkout and we were doing the low level design completion, they ordered the material, and material can take, 30 to 45 days. So with the ability to order the material at HLD instead of LLD, it saved the vendor a lot of time and downtime and of construction, because the material was normally there either on time for the construction phase of that, or just a little bit after the construction due date of starting the project for that area. So with the ability to have a high level design and complete your BOM and your material ordering in between the low level design is a very, very good factor. And we come to find out that there was less than a 5% difference of the material that was required on the low level design versus ordering it on the low level design or doing it beforehand with the high level design. So it really worked out to our benefit to do the material ordering at HLD.
Stefan, what are some of the best practices for progress tracking, dealing with redlining, and inventory?
So if we were to think about best practices today in the digital age, there's a couple of things that pop up that are super important. One is you need to understand the work to be done so you can actually distribute and plan the work appropriately for this. One of the things that we have started to do inside, the IQGeo ecosystem, it's being much more flexible with automated ticket generation. So if you're going to create work breakdown structures and task for contractors to follow, they're not just generic, and they're actually adapted to the work that they're going to do and the kind of project that they're trying to do. The second part is, as you start doing work and as you start finding changes, because no design is going to be perfect and changes are going to happen in the field, it's being able to capture those things in the field, send them back for either overriding the design or have someone reapprove the design. Have that happen in minutes because you're sending the data back and someone can review it as opposed to days, helps move the projects along a lot easier. And then the key one, right? It's understanding your bill of materials and what you're supposed to do. And when you have changes, being able to update your bill of materials and react to it, being able to have your systems query your ERPs and get approvals faster. So you have this 360 view of financials and how to address them from the field instead of having to wait for someone weeks or in some cases months to approve an extension for a build or for work to be done. Those are the key best practices that you can implement that we have been working really hard to support as part of our commitment to the industry.